Because we're seeing a lot more power outages reported around the area as the storm develops.
Yeah, there are quite a few, especially in southern locations where there's been more icing that has took place throughout the overnight hours compared to northern locations where there are some power outages, but it was mainly snow with the system that came through yesterday, kind of the first phase of this winter storm that we've been dealing with. Here's a live look at radar right now, and a couple things jump out at you, and that's a little bit of a break in the heavier snow or the more steady snow to the northeast, but also down here to the south, we're dealing with some darker shades of blue and some heavier snowfall moving back in. But here's a little bit of the hole in the radar right now, and then here's those darker shades of blue. It's just south of Bloomington here as you work your way towards Lake Monroe, and then towards Story, Indiana, and far southern Brown County, some real heavy snow, and that extends back into Bloomfield. There's probably about an inch to maybe 2 inch per hour snowfall rates. So Sergeant Perrine was talking about up here in the metro area. It's going to be the same thing here in southern locations that would quickly cover the roads. Now, once you get down to Bedford here in US 50 and then into Jackson County on your way up towards the Seymour area, you've been toggling back and forth still with some of those icing conditions. So travel may even be worse here in southern locations and Lawrence and Jackson County because of that ice component that we have out there. And of course, we did have freezing rain in the metro area yesterday evening. So underneath the snow that is now fallen, there is still some ice as well. So just watch out not only if you're driving, but those first few steps as you walk out the door to maybe shovel your sidewalk or lay some salt down as well. A band of lighter snow here to the north, Crawfordsville over towards the Rockville area. Even if you see a break or two in the snow here throughout the day, it's going to fill back in. We have snow in the forecast and fairly steady snow in the forecast, probably through about 3-4 o'clock. And look at these darker shades of blue here in Illinois down into even northern portions of Arkansas. All this is lifting in our direction. And I do think the middle half of the morning through early afternoon is probably when the heaviest of the snow falls. And this is a massive system stretching now all the way from Maine in the northeast down to the Gulf Coast in the Texas area and even back into portions of New Mexico. Here's where we go throughout the day, hour by hour. Look at these darker shades of blue. And I think the sweet spot for some heavier snowfall totals may be just south of Indy, Johnson County, Shelby County, into Rush County, and then even just north of Bloomington. And here's the timestamp, always in the right top-hand portion of your screen there at 10:30. This is some heavier snow that moves through. It continues to be fairly heavy into the early afternoon hours at 1:30. Starting to lighten up a little bit here in northern locations where you're not going to see as much snow as you saw yesterday, but you will add a little bit to your snowfall total throughout the day today. And then by the time we get to 7-8 o'clock, finally the steady falling snow is done, but there's going to continue to be blowing, drifting all the way into your Friday morning commute. Here's what you can expect. Additional snowfall in northern locations, about 3 inches in the Fowler area in Benton County, and then 4 to 5 through much of the northern and central portion of the state. And then to the east, Hartford City, you may get up near that 6-inch total. Of course, this is on top of the 4 to 8 inches that you saw yesterday in a lot of locations, 8.8 in Lafayette. Your precipitation type is all snow. You come to the south, it's all snow as well, about 5 to 7, maybe 8 inches of snow in this area for the day today. And then in southern locations, you still have that icing component in Bedford and Seymour, but eventually you should go over to all snow. Snowfall totals here still in that 4 to 7 inch range as well. Once we get past today, our issues are not over. We're done with the snow, but bitter cold temperatures Friday and then sub-zero Saturday morning. Your weekend's very cold as well. But the good news is we will remain dry.